Welcome, welcome, welcome. It's episode 16, and yes, we're going to read those text files. Oh boy, are we going to read them. Where are we? Development. Magic. Absolutely magic. Let's see what our headers are looking like. We are in the loader, please. And we are doing the importer. This doesn't look too bad. No, that looks fine. Initialize the import and then load the OBJ. Yeah. Really, this could be brought together into one, but hey ho, does it matter? Not really. OBJ loader. Import. Here we go. So the initialize just stores the address of the main store for the warehouse. This is reading the text streams in. And we're not storing the text streams, or we're not storing the files in as a whole. Normally what you see is that people read the whole file in and then deal with the data. Well, I'm going to deal with the data one line at a time and skip reading in the whole file, because all that does is take up memory and time, which I don't see a point of. This file path, okay, that's going to be, yeah, we can do that, can't we? So the file path we need to sort out. That's the first thing. So we'll sort this out, because we need two of them. We need to read the MTL files as well, not first, but as well, as I discovered. See, this is what happens when you explore. You discover things. And it's wonderful. I think that's what it's all about. I'm happy with that, so I'm going to have two of them. And that is going to be the 0. And yeah, we'll have a second one, obviously. Copy that. Paste it in. And it's going to be file path 1. And that's going to be MTL. Now, this assumes that the MTL and the OBJ file have the same file name. Normally they do. I am 99.999% certain that that's the way OBJs will work. If they don't, we need to get the file name out of the .obj file. But for now, as I'm using Blender exports them as the same file name, and I know it does. It doesn't deviate from that, so I'm happy. Let's see, file name. What's wrong with Q file now? What's the issue? No matching constructor for initialization. Yeah, okay. There isn't. You're quite right. Because it's going to be path, and I'll call it count. There you go, there is now. That's alright, because we haven't done count yet. File close, yeah. So that's going to be the end. So that's the start. Okay, nice. So all we need to do now is pop a for loop in. So it's for. It'll be an int this time. Int equal, count, getting ahead of myself, equals 0. Semicolon, count is less than 2, simply put, and count plus plus. That's that bit. We'll just pop a doobry there, which automatically puts us a couple of files in for no reason lines in for no reason whatsoever, and it's to the file close we want to go. Oh right, so I'm pressing the wrong button there. That's what's going on. Right, okay. Yeah, that's that. And everything in here, Shift Alt, ding. You can just tab over one. So that's how it's going to work. It's going to go through our 2 files, closing each one after, reading all the lines in, and then it's just going to return true, and that's it. Done. Finished. Yeah, I'm happy with that now. So import obj is now working. That's fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. I'm happy about that now. I haven't decided on how I'm going to deal with it in the warehouse yet, but I know the basics of how I'm going to do it. It's not too difficult. It's probably pretty obvious. That's saved out. So that's your import obj.h, and that's your input obj cpp file, your initialize and load. Wow, Qt really does make it simple, I must admit. It opens a file, it sets it for read only and text. We get a queue stream going where it just buffers the file in and reads each line and sends it over to be stored, and then continues to the next line until it runs out of lines, closes the file, and then does the next file. Nice. Perfect. I am happy. Right, that's them 2 done. The storing side, let's have a look at that. That's going to be a bit more in depth. I don't know if we're going to get through that today, I doubt it. Let's have a quick gander on our storage. So there's the CPP. See if we need to set anything up here. Store data takes the line. Send data to API is a completely different ball game. And yeah, line added, create model, create model. Obviously, we have the include here. Oh, I've got my pointy thing. You've got the include here. So I've added that line. We've added the const there to store data. And we've taken the const off the create model thingy because it was just going to upset everything, as we do want to be able to change things, or use functions that change things, should I say. Lovely. At the bottom we've got store vertex data. Now, clean storage. Should that be private or should it be public? That's a question to be asked. Not one I've got a good answer for. Right, line added, we can take that one off as well. Just so I mentioned them to you, in case you're typing these out, just to help you out there. And any notes? Oh yeah, we've got tons of notes here. Great, that's fantastic. Right, so where we're up to is store data here. This is the next biggie. How would I like to do it? Right, let's take a closer look at this, shall we? So store obj, store data. Let's see if I've got anything on that. Here we go. Right, we need this splitting business, don't we? So, I'm going to have that line there. Copy, and I want it at the top here. So I've got access to the split data. Yeah, that works, doesn't it? We could try a C out at this point to test. We could put a test in actually at this point, sending that Q string list and just, well, shoving it to the console. No, it's not going to prove anything. All it'll do is prove that we've read the line and split it. So, no, I know it's splitting the line because we've already tested that. We still got the test in. No, we took it out. That's good. That line's too long. There we go. Can't be doing lines that are too long. Yeah. Okay. So, let's start at the very beginning. And where is the very beginning, you may ask? Rather good question. So, it is in a workspace, which is where we are. This is the one we're in, Model 3D Warehouse. Yep, that's the one. In here is our resources in the build directory. There's our OBJ. We'll start with this file. Oh, that's rather large. I'm glad it's off screen. Right, that'll do it there. Okay. Will it fit? Yes, it will. Oh, excellent. So what we're going to do is start at the top and work our way down. MTL lib, O cube, V's, VNs. I'm just going to do them in order if I can. I don't need that one because I've already got that assumption in. As you can see, it's online. It's the first thing it tells us is what the name of the material file is. Don't need to know it's a cube, not at this point. So we'll just take those hashes. So if it's a hash, it doesn't need to do anything, does it? Okay. Let's try it. I'll just pop that by the side on so I can see it. You guessed it, I got coffee. So let's deal with the hash. Yeah, so it's if line starts with Dubry, a hash mark. Oh, it's on the title key on mine. Close. Is it space after it? Yes, it is. So yeah, we'll keep it in line. Then all we want to do is return. We don't want to do anything. It's a note. So to save time and energy of going through a load of if statements, we're just going to return straight out of the function, back and get the next line. That saves a bit of time. Yeah. I will put that material lib in. I will do it next. I'm feeling kind today. So if we really should do everything that we've written a structure for, but as I want to get a test going, that could be a problem. It'd take me years, wouldn't it? So if it starts with MT for MTL LIB, which means material library, let's pop that in. So MT lowercase. All we're going to do is model, and it's going to be, yeah, we've already split the line, haven't we? Yeah, model colon colon. We've got tons of models. Mine are all G underscore. They should be. No, they're not. How did we protect them? Just with model. So I want the MT model, don't I? Because I don't think I've done it. That's the OpenGL one. No. OBJ one. Thank you. Oh, I haven't got these closed, but hey ho. Right. Gotcha. We're doing this as a class, aren't we? So how did I do it? Follow the way I did it before. That's the CPP. Where's the H? We're going to need it, aren't we? Oh, yay. Okay, so it's going to be a Q vector. One of those. Yes, you can have 2D, 3D and 4Ds. I hope Q vector's the one I'm thinking of, you know. Now let me just check. Provides a dynamic array. Yes, it is. Oh, thank God for that. I had a nightmare then when I saw that, because I know that those are completely different things. This one is going to be, oh God, which one is it? Material file name, I think. Yeah, that's the one, and I want the bottom one, please. That's struct, okay. Star, and we can call it M underscore, well, material file name. Can't see a problem with that. What's it complaining about? Copy that. I'm just wondering whether these should all be initialized or not. I'll think about that. I don't want to start messing about at this point trying to initialize. So that doesn't equal that at all. It equals that dot pushback, and we are going to push back a new material file name. And it's going to be QString file name. So that is in data dot at 1. Yeah, because 0 will be the MTL lib itself, then it'll be a space, and then it'll be box rgb.mtl. So it's actually at 1, not 0. Got to try and remember that. Alright, that's it. That's that line. Literally. Makes it easier, doesn't it? We've got the V. I'm happy with the V, even though it sends a line across and not the split. Can we send a split across? We can, can't we? really, we should be sending the data across. We're already using data there. So what we could do is copy that into there. Because we've already got QString list. That goes into there. We don't need to send the string across at all. That fixes all of that, and that becomes data. Data equals, no, don't need that line at all now. Don't need to split it again. I'm thinking that we don't really need any of this. Really? We could just set it to 1 and be done with it. Where is it? There. What I want to do is put comma int count. Yeah, we'll do it that way. Light bulb comes up, click on it, apply the changes, it alters it here. This is how helpful this system is. It's that bit that I miss using Visual Studio. That is definitely the bit I miss. Because you can just add things in quite happily. That then becomes count equals 4. Okay, if, yeah, just count is equal to 4. And we can get the count here. We'll call it count, I suppose. It's just a float, isn't it? No, it's an int. Int count. I'm not using count anywhere else, am I? No. Equals line dot count, and it's spaces. Oh, there you go. Which means I can now just put comma count. There we are. That fixes that up a bit. Makes it look better. Store vertex data count. Data count. Yeah, that keeps that true now. I was just going to say w equals 1 and get rid of all this, but no, I'm going to give him a chance. I'll give him a chance, just in case. And that count comes in a bit more useful a bit later on, because that's an error as well. But it's 1, 2, 3, 4. It'd be an error on 4. Oh, I can't do it then. We'd have to do it by slashes. Yeah. Because a quad is 8 slashes and a triangle is 6 slashes. So we could put that here at the start to check our faces. Yes, we can. So that would be int slashes, I suppose, because that's what I'm counting, equals line dot count, open brackets, open inverted commas, and the slashes are forward slashes. Them. I just want to count how many of those there are. And if slashes equals 8, equal to 8. We'll have to do something. This is a void, so it would just be, have we got an STD available to us? We've got QDebug, but that's no good to me. No, I don't. Hash include IO stream. I'm just wondering if there's a better way of doing it than IO stream. Now that I wouldn't mind working out. I bet QT's got something a lot easier than that, but anyway, it's not the point. The point is I need to put something in here, otherwise I'll forget completely. C RR for console error. And we will do error, and this is store data, so store data, yep. And how are we going to explain this? Faces are quads. Please use triangles. There we go. I think that's fair enough. And just put an STD and a line. There we go. What should I say? New line. And then all we do is exit, unfortunately, with a 99. I always use a 99 for when I do an exit. In other words, 99 means I put that there. It's not a system error. It's one that I've put in properly. You could also reference a line number here as well, if you wanted to. So you put in like 26 or something. Your choice, but as this is going to be really at the end of the day only a small program, or a set of data functions, I don't think it really matters too much about the line numbers. I think we'll be alright with that. Right, so I've got the V, it's on to VN, isn't it? Yeah, it is. So, if her line, it's just going through them, starts with capital, and it's going to be, what's the next one? VN for normals. Then we need normals now. And what did we call normals? I think I'm going to have to get this OBJ structure up again, aren't I? Text. Vertex normals, that's what we call them. Lovely. As you can see, I'm trying to keep them in order here as well. So the next one here is a vertex normal. That one. Star Dewberry space M underscore vertex normal. Am I using plurals? No. I am here. Alright. So we just copy that over, and you can now see how we're building this line by line, literally building it. And that will be dot pushback, and it will be a new model colon, and it's Vertex Normals. There we go. Open brackets, and it's data. How many of these are there for a vertex normal? Is there all 3? Yep, so we're going to have a 1, 2, and 3. Data. Next line. Data at 1. Remember, 0 is the VN itself. Comma. Yeah, it's X, Y, Z. It's now coming up and it's over on the far right. I wonder why it puts it over there, not above what I'm doing. Interesting. And then it's data at 2, comma, data at 3. I'm just seeing why I got... Oh god, I made a mess of that bit, didn't I? Take off a bracket, please. Too many brackets there. I knew straight away that there was. That's right. So that's just a semicolon. There we go. That's VN done. No matching constructor. New model vertex. Vertex normals. Open brackets. Data at 1. Oh, yeah, you're right. Because that's all strings. So that will be dot 2 uppercase float F. Yeah. I didn't put that on. There you go. Better put that on them. Otherwise it will complain that we ain't got floats. There we go. All sorted. Lovely. So that's our vertex normals being created. What's next? US for use material, and that will just be a string. Nice. I'm liking this. This is a lot easier than I expected, and we'll blame that totally on Qt, because you can't... Well, you can do something similar to this if you have the functions available to you. I wrote the Qt functions in C++ so I could do it like this. Yeah, that's me for you. I'll show those in the next series, actually, those functions, if you're interested in C++. You might be, you might not be, so it's US for use materials. As you can see, you can check very easily that you're not repeating anything, because if you are, it's bad, very bad. What we're going to call this one, used material will be used material, won't it? Literally, because we changed it, if I remember rightly. So here it will be a Q vector, and I know we've got 3, so we're going to have to use a vector, because we've got RGB in this example, and it's use material star m underscore use material. That becomes very important. And liking this. This is actually working out a lot easier than expected. So I told you that doing the structures the way we'd done them would make it easier, and as you can see, it has. So let's just push back, and it's a new. I don't really need to put model in. Are we in the same? We're not, are we? Yes, we are. We are in model. I don't really need to put model in, but I'm doing that because I'm not sure whether I'm going to keep this in model or make it into something else at the moment. I do want to actually make this into something else at some point. Use material, blah blah, and that's just going to be data at 1. I'm just trying to work out. No matching constructor yet, fine. Use material. Use material. I've got the constructor wrong, that means. Line element material file name. No, it's there. Oh, no matching constructor. I see, yeah. Oh, I wish it wouldn't do that. It's too quick. If you're in Visual Studio, it's that slow that it's unbelievable. This thing's just on the ball. It's just data at 1. There we go. That's it. Yeah, changes to red. Good. Means we got it right. Next is... oh, face. Yikes. Yeah, let's set this up, shall we? Oh, I haven't got a clue with this one. So, under private, it's going to be void store face. I'm guessing. I think that's going to be a good idea. And we'll have QString list. We've got it. And yeah, we'll just call it data again. Do I need the count? No, I need the slashes, don't I? Comma. Well, no, I don't, because I know the slashes are there. Oh, better be careful with this one. It's just starting to buzz around in my head of what the answer is, but not quite there yet. Okay, so it's store face. Oh, didn't refactor. My bad. Can I not get the light bulb back up? No. There we go. That's added store face. And I'll just put it as empty, because that's the way it's going to be for a second or two. So if line starts with F space, then we are just going to do store face. At the moment we're just using data, so that's fine. Lovely. We'll skip that. Coward. No. I just want to get to the end of this first. I want to get this function completed first. So that's your faces. What's the next one? Material names we need. How are they done? Oh. I think I've... well, use material has the name. Hold on a minute, I think I need another file. Let's just have a quick look. I think we finished this. S, I've skipped. Yeah. Do I need it? S off means that all of those are ones for the colours. Yeah, we're at the end of that file. MTL starts with NE, yeah. Well, it's got hashes in again. Then it's NE for new material. Yeah, okay, we'll have that. Actually, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to split this now. And that is going to be MTL file. And yeah, okay, just put more slashes in, doesn't really matter. About there will do. And that means that, yeah, it's not as much hard work as you may have originally thought. That will be OBJ file. So those are the bits that I've cherry-picked out of the OBJ file. I'm saying cherry-picked because I'm only looking at one OBJ file. Different OBJ files are going to be different, obviously. So we'll see how that goes in the future, because the second test will include a texture, and we haven't even looked at that. So, yeah, there's stuff to do, yeah, don't worry. Well, there will be. Starts with... I mean, this is going to be an extensive series. No two ways about it. There we go. So it was NE, wasn't it, for new material? Yep, NE. Then we need an M underscore. Again, I want to split these from OBJ. So I can match everything up easier. MTL. It just makes it easier to get the hang of the file the next time you see it. I've had that problem it's just experience. I know from experience that I've looked at a file after like 6 months and I couldn't even use it, or I would never have written it that way at all. I would have written it totally differently because I knew more at that point. So if you want to rewrite something, and you should always rewrite them and use different ways of doing it. So there's no problem with that. This is going to be a new material, isn't it? It's not coming up. Oh damn. So what we got here? New material called material name. Define a material name, coloured. Material name it is then. We haven't got material file. Yeah, that was the problem that I was having, wasn't it? Okay. Fine. There it is. Star that. Send it off somewhere. M underscore material name. As long as it doesn't duplicate on other things, we're happy. No duplications, please. I got any coffee left? Oh my god, that was cold. But it did the job. Yuck. And that's just new. Model. And its material name. Open brackets, and it's data. It's just a string, a name. So it's data at 1. So hopefully this is teaching you how to use vectors as well. Well, it will do after this one, when we have to recode it up for OpenGL. And we're going to do vector manipulation. This is string manipulation, as we store it into the vectors using pushback. When we do vector manipulation, we're going to change the vectors into the format that OpenGL can use, and that will be more like an array rather than a vector. These are proper vectors. What do we have after that? I think we're going to cherry pick. Let me just pop it on the screen so you can see what my thoughts are. So after new material, we're going to get NS, which is shininess or something. Can't remember now. Or was it refractive index or something silly? I can't remember what I put in the notes in. I'm not going to bother with that, I don't think. Because we are not going to be using that in our basic shader. Our basic shader just needs a colour, and if you have a look, colour is stored on that line. RGB, so that's blue. KD, there we go. RG, that's the highest number. Green and red, yeah, so I want KD, and that's 3 floats. So it's a copy of that line there, the Vertex Normals. Really? No, I'll write it out properly. Otherwise I will get it wrong. I won't construct it properly. Line dot starts with open inverted commas, capital K, small d. Yeah, I've made that mistake before. It's case sensitive. Thought I'd better mention that. And that's going to be an M underscore, isn't it? Let's have a look. Yeah. So it's Q vector. There's a lot of vectors, isn't there? There'll be more. This gets added to. This is called what? Diffuse colour, isn't it? KD. Yeah, we'll try it. DIFF. Yeah, diffuse colour. Not the texture map, I want the colour. Fantastic. And that is M underscore diffuse colour. There we go. Double click on that. Copy. Save. And paste. We need to push back onto this one. And it's a new model. Diffuse colour. We just open the brackets here, don't we? Go on to the next line. Okay, why does it do that? I don't know. Under the R. And that's there. Data dot at 1, because 0 again is your line label, as I may as well call it. 1. And that's dot to float. Comma. Data dot at 2. So yeah, it's just got really easy, hasn't it? To be honest with you, I quite like it. I think it's possibly the easiest way I've ever done it. Data at 3, please. To float. There we go. Nearly getting used to this keyboard now. It's a lot, how can you put it, the keys are a lot stiffer, they take more pressure. That's why I was just messing up everything the other day. Looks good. So I've got the KD, but we haven't got that 4th number, have we? So I'm going to take the 4th number, which was transparency. And we have, for transparency, we have D. So we should have TR as well, I guess, but as it's got D in it, and we're only testing, we'll take D, so D space. If line starts with D space, I got an extra doobly there. There we go. Why does it? Oh, it's because I pressed the wrong thing. There we go. This will be transparency, is it? Yeah. Let's have that. Save you up a minute. So yeah, it takes a bit of thought to get all the right bits and pieces, but it's a bit like a jigsaw puzzle. We're just going to plug it all together. Try transparent instead of transparency. Don't like that. Sorry, I really don't like it. I know it's only me nitty picking, but I mean transparency and transparent are virtually the same length in word. All I'm doing is that. Funny thing is, I did it on that part already. Typical of me. That's inconsistency. Be consistent. Oh, there was something I noticed. Where was it? Speculate. Yeah, this one. It's only one number. So that's wrong. That just should be specular highlight component. Literally. Yep. That's what it should be. Not happy about that one, because I didn't spot it earlier. Which is bad for me, because I normally spot these very quickly. And how long ago was it when I did it, and my brain decides to twig that it's wrong? It's really a nightmare. Yeah, I can wake up in the middle of the night and realise I've typed in the wrong thing. It's like a photographic memory that I have, but it doesn't work quite photographically. KSS, right, okay. Yeah, that was happy. Yeah, and we had to add that as well, didn't we? And that refraction, yeah. Yeah, that's okay. Represents the amount of light emitted. Yeah, that's yeah. I'm just wondering whether it should be a fourth one on there or not. No, it shouldn't. I understand that now. Okay. After that little detour, God, I detour very well, don't I? We've now got transparency. Star. And it's underscore transparency. I think that's right. There you go. See how they can... That's the... You see how bad programming made... That would have been bad programming. That wouldn't have been a bug. People would have said, oh, it's got a bug in it. No, that was just bad programming. I typed it in wrong. Be honest, programmers. They're not bugs. It's you making goddamn mistakes. I don't know. Programmers trying to cover over the fact that they can't do it properly. So yeah, hold my hand up. I made a mistake. At least I'm honest. And it's now transparency. And it's 1 float. So it's data at 1. Nice, I like this. 1 dot to float. That's right. Just about fit. See if I can spell float right. There we go. Right, so I've got all the 4 numbers that make up the colour, which are RGB, and transparency is your alpha channel. That's good. That's all we need. Done. Yep, that's it. So all we have now is that face to do. And as we're coming up to the hour, yeah, we're going to have it in next episode. I'm going to give me a little bit to work it out, and then we'll do it in the next episode. Because as you can see down below, we've got temporary storage to do and bits and pieces, and I just want to check through here first and make sure that I'm not wandering off into the lonely desert to die of thirst. Okay, let's do that. Can I just do a compilation, please? Just do a quick compile. Okay. Right, what's that about? Unused parameter data. Well, yeah. Is that what you're complaining about? Yeah. So, yeah, it's agreed with us that this is fine. I like that idea. Can't run it. Well, we can, but it won't do anything. The data, it'll store all the data. But, yeah. Now we've got to the stage where we are storing the data, we should really start thinking about cleaning the storage. I can't run it because it's just going to splatter our memory with a ton of data. And we've got nowhere taking it off the memory. So whatever you do, don't run it at this stage. You start messing your memory up. Yeah, so nothing repeats itself. That's great. So in the next episode we will continue with face. Then we need to clean storage, and then we're all set. Yeah. Do we need to do that? Can we not just send it straight through as it is? I'll look at that. Anyway, in the next episode, we're going to have some fun. So in the meantime, just take care and have fun.